complex things in simple packages, many things in big packages, and springy things in tubes.
I'm Grim.
I'm VileMods.
And I'm KT.
We are your hosts. All that and plenty more in episode 58 of the Foam News Collective. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the hobby. And with that, let's get right into the news. In the ever-expanding category of competition-grade brushless blasters, 3D designer gifd is throwing their hat into the ring with their latest design, Phantasm. At its core, Phantasm uses the Hycon geometry and a neutron solenoid with a closed-loop control, ensuring the blaster will only fire when both wheels are at the correct speed for consistency and low spin-up times. Other notable features include a configurable menu allowing for changes from FPS up to a potent 225 FPS, battery cutoff, configurable spin down times, and fire modes, and the blaster also features a quick change muzzle system allowing for insertion of BCars and PCars into the blaster. As for your cosmetic consideration, the blaster also comes in two variations: the Phanta, a minimized and safer profile, or should you desire, the Phantasm version, with this one resembling H&K's MP5K, with the charging handle acting as a functional safety, and a detachable folding stock is also included. For further documentation on build instructions, blaster details, and hardware, links as always in the description.
Sometimes simple on the surface means a complex structure underneath, like straight-laced tennis shoes. Consider Ontos, advertised by Impulse Ungineering as a try-hard primary for filthy casuals. This is a blaster whose low-budget, low-hardware, low-effort design hides a bevy of advanced features, such as a track-based bearing prime with metal bearings on a plastic track for linear rail at a lower cost, quick spring swap ability, a trigger actuated by spring or elastic, a self-tensioning frame thanks to unique joinery that causes the various parts to hold tension against each other, an integrated barrel collet, and support for either metric or imperial hardware to facilitate international adoption, plus a 4-point adjustable stock and a heaping helping of customization options. Thanks to the use of a single screw size throughout the blaster, the bill of materials is extremely short, and the blaster can accept a wide variety of commonly available narrow diameter springs, similar to those used in most Dart Zone Pro blasters. Testers are largely reporting FPS numbers in the mid-200s, with the creator finding a McMaster car spring that brings it down to a little over 200, and a Quinlan spring that hits a solid 170. Numbers up to 300 are theorized, which could make this the easiest and least expensive way to achieve such numbers. If this fun and organic yet powerful design has a place on your field, you can check out the freely downloadable files and a bill of materials on printables to build your own. Find the link down in the description.
A new addition to the Stringer ecosystem has dropped over on printables with the release of Nikораasu's 3x36 shotgun. This shotty fires 3 darts side by side at a time and holds 4 rounds in its internal mag, plus 1 in the chamber. In the firing demonstration, we could see how the blaster utilizes an elevator or lifter system to move the 3 darts into position before firing. Nikoraasu does state not to expect incredible performance, since it is a shotgun and only fires about 12 to 15 meters respectively. Files can be purchased for $7 and include all of the step files. Due to licensing, this will be for personal use only, since sharing or redistribution is strictly forbidden. Links to the 3x36 printables page will be down in the description.
This mod isn't just neat, it's gnarly. That's right, 3D designer That Old Nerf Guy has just released their pump action kit for the Siren Blaster's Gnarl, converting it from T-pole prime to pump action. This novel kit doesn't require any disassembly or modification to the blaster aside from a single screw on longer barrels. Additionally, this kit is compatible with their return spring mod. Files are available for purchase on blasterdownloads.com, links as always in the description.
We haven't heard much on the release of Dart Zone's new NitroShot Primus blaster since Toy Fair back in March earlier this year, but it looks like they're showing up in the land down under. Spotted by Blender Vendor at Kmart, these units are coming in at 40 Australian dollar reduce or 26 USD respectively. Typical for Kmart releases, the blaster comes in the black and white colorway and packaged with waffle-tipped darts instead of the NitroShot darts seen at Toy Fair. Unfortunately, we still don't have any release dates for the US market. or if the Primus will be sold exclusively at Walmart or Target. We'll be sure to cover any release updates in the future, but for now, hobbyists abroad will have to wait patiently while Aussies put this new blaster through its paces.
As the summer event season rolls on, we're happy to report that 240 attendees rocked Survival Fest 2025 3-day 8-mission Midwest horror-themed HVZ Invitational. Survival Fest has announced that they will return in 2026. Links to Survival Fest website and event photos and video in the description. XShot is upping the Insanity with their Ultimate Insanity combo pack. The pack is appearing in Australian retailer Big W and includes 350 darts, a Ragefire, a Mad Mega Barrel, a Berserko, and a Maniac for 219 AUD. After a prior discontinuation of Tomcat blasters, Dartzone has the listings back up on the site for 60 USD. At this time, it is unclear as to whether this is a complete reissue or a sale of remaining stock, as currently Dartzone is not commented by press time. Chance is at it again with their Midlock 2 platform. This iteration on the affordable holster ecosystem has significantly cut back on the amount of heat set inserts and overall material required. The changes not only lead to a more sleek profile, but also in turn allow for much more movement and orientation, only needing a single screw in the middle to adjust it. 3D designer Beneto has released their remix for the Smily, giving the blaster both a more sci-fi aesthetic as well as additional functionality. Remixed parts included T-pole addition to the bolt, changed front end, and a modified stock with adjustable spring compression allowing for FPS customization from 125 FPS up to 215 FPS. 3D designer Flat Curve has released the Silly Shell Quick Releasing Chuck, a blaster adapter that allows you to easily insert a silly shell into the front of your blaster and fire it. Simply pull the collar back, and the shell will come out just as easily as it was locked in, and the blaster can fire normally. Quite a novel utility for those who rock shells in their loadout. Silver Fox Industries, at the request of hobbyists, is releasing their Plus 2 spring and an experimental 11-inch SF25 variant. Similar to their SF25 TC Plus springs, this SF25 Plus 2 spring gives a harder prime compared to normal full-length SF25, but in return gives more of an FPS boost. Speaking of springs, Out of Darts has begun to source custom springs for their blasters, starting with Talonclaw length springs. This line of springs follows their new naming convention, noting the spring gauge and spring length, with more custom springs to follow. In anticipation of the tariffs in June, Out of Darts is doing some orders in small batches. In this case, the BK1s is available for limited pre-order for a transparent orange variation of the blaster for 160 United States dollars. This episode, my Crosshairs dialed in on this lovely Stinger Rayven mod by Clinically Insane. Rocking Kuriaka Daybreak wheels, a machined cage, lights illuminating the flywheels, and a lovely ABS body kit added on in matching colors printed by Hawkeye 007, this blaster has not only stellar performance, but stellar looks to match. Great work.
And that's it for the news. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you think down in the comments. Be sure to catch episode 58 of the FNC podcast for a major announcement, and where we'll chat with our new video editor, Cat's Blaster Mods, about his start in the hobby and path into becoming a member of the team. If you'd like to support us further, you can sign up for the Ko-Fi or check out our merch page. As always, a huge thank you to our contributors, Ko-Fi subscribers, and of course, Discord moderators. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back in 2 weeks for another episode.
This is a design whose low budget, low hardware, low effort design. This is a blaster. Dang.
Australian. Damn, you'd think the script is upside down the way I'm messing up the word Australian.
Anyways.
This is
Competition grade brushless, not blushless.
Or 26 USD respectively. Damn it, you messed me up.
sometimes simple on the consider Ontos, advertised by Impulse Ungineering. Impulse Ungineering. That's gonna throw me.
Little.
Shadow Midlock Money Gang. We love mounting blasters.
There we go.
Pew! Hey, it worked. Pew! Nope, not that time. It's a little finicky. Well.